All right, guys, welcome to Revved Up with Mike. This is the 2004 Hayabusa that I have done an extreme amount to. This bike has been all gone through, as you can probably tell. And as you can see, we got new pipes on this bike. That's right. Look at this. As far as I know, this is going to be the first review of a knockoff Brox alien head system. This is a twin pipe system. It has two slip-ons. And I got this from AliExpress. So there they are. I think they look pretty good. I'll tell you right now that they're built really good. We're going to take this for a ride. We're going to talk about these real quick. And if the video is all over the place, it's because filming was a little bit difficult for this one. A lot of glitches. But like I said, this is my 2004 first gen Hayabusa. Went right through this bike. We have new tires, new clutch. I mean, everything on this is new. New grips. We got new bar ends coming for it. Everything on this bike is brand new. I went right through the whole thing. The fairing kit is brand new. That is also from China. Very exceptional kit. If you haven't seen the videos on that, go back, check those out. But this is about the Brox Alien Head system. Is a knockoff system actually worth it from AliExpress? Well, that all depends, I guess, on what your needs are. What I needed was a better looking exhaust that had a little bit of performance, and I was willing to take a risk. And not I was willing to take the risk because I really wanted to know, and I wanted to bring it to you guys. Is it worth it? Is this thing shit? Is it junk? And I'm gonna tell you, it's not junk. It is a very nice set of pipes. And then we get the link pipe also. But as you can see right here, I had to fabricate a bracket to fit right there. Why does that not line up? Well, I don't think that the link pipes that they sent me are the correct ones for this bike. Well, I'm going to tell you the seller. I'm not going to leave a link to the seller, but I'm going to tell you the seller because, believe it or not, even though I like these pipes, I wouldn't recommend buying from this particular seller because they just don't care about their customer service. And believe it or not, a lot of people in China do care about customer service. This just wasn't one of those companies that do. But where the link pipe meets the factory system, it was not big enough to slide over. So I had to have it expanded, and it's stainless steel, so it's really not that easy to do, to expand stainless steel without the proper tools. So I had that done anyhow, and got it so it went over. But as you can see, then it didn't line up in the back here where it meets. So in all honesty, you would have to cut it and move it forward, but then you're going to run into an issue with it hitting your peg. So what it looks like to me is a combination of that flange not being the right size and this bracket not being welded in the correct spot. That's what it appears like to me anyhow. If those two things were done, it would have fit perfectly, but I think it looks really good. Most people look at the brackets and go, oh wow, they look good. So there's that. Fitment issues, yeah, just that one. Sound wise, we're going to ride it here in a second. We're going to go through it, do a little video vlog, and you'll hear me get on it a couple times. It sounds really legit. As a matter of fact, it sounds so legit that I've actually posted this bike in a few forums, and I'm going to let remain unnamed right now. And I didn't tell them it was a knockoff. I didn't tell them it was the real thing. I just posted some sound clips, and man, everybody is convinced that it's a Brox exhaust and convinced that only Brox can give the sound that this gives. So this is made of really quality stainless steel. We have aluminum end caps, and it's a straight through shot with some nice, they're not removable baffles, but we do have packing material inside that's done very well. And if you guys know, these systems are quite expensive. They range from $900 to well over $2,000, depending on the kit you're looking at. And that's pretty crazy. So what did this kit cost me? I don't know. Let's go along for a ride and we'll talk about what this cost. Was it expensive to get something like this? We're coming off of Yoshimura RS3s. We're on it. And also there's a huge weight savings difference going to these pipes. All right, without any further ado, let's jump on it. Welcome to Revved Up with Mike. Let's get on it and discuss it. I'll be right back. Appears to be pretty solidly mounted. Okay, let's go. If the bike sounds a lot different, well, that's because we got a new exhaust on here. Hopefully the camera can see it. And you guys can see what it is, right? An alien head. Rocks. sounds pretty good, right? I got a microphone mounted underneath my solo seat. Hopefully it's picking up the exhaust note. And we're going to talk about this exhaust here real quick and review it. So, here's the deal. This is not a real exhaust. This is not, well, it's a real exhaust. It's not a real Brock's exhaust. It is a knockoff that I purchased from AliExpress from a company over there who apparently gets their exhausts from another company who builds exhaust systems. A lot of them. Now, I didn't expect much for what I paid for this exhaust. Now, I want to give you kind of what this exhaust would cost if it was, give you an idea what it would cost if it was a Brock's exhaust. So a single side muffler is around $1,000. Yeah, $900 and some. I'll put a picture up here. You can find them on eBay. You can find them right through Brock's, whatever. The price might vary, you know, $50 here or there, but usually right around $950, $1,000. This is a dual setup, so this is 2 exhausts. So you're looking at probably a $2,000, not even a full system, which is pretty crazy. So these are slip-ons, and when I unboxed these, they went through customs, and took a while to get, but they went through customs, and I'm going to tell you that they searched the box. They went through it, said it was. They put a sticker on it, said it had been opened for security purposes. Probably because a big, you know, box with metal parts in it. They don't know what it is, but they checked it, it cleared, and it was shipped to my house. I unboxed these things. I'm going to put a couple pictures up here. And let me tell you, was I impressed. Wow, was I just so impressed. It looks just like a Brock's Alien head exhaust. It feels like one. And that's what I wanted, because we all want, no matter what, you might not like knockoffs, you might not like that stuff, but we all want, in the back of our mind anyhow, smart, the best we can get for our money. And I don't want to go out and pay $2,000 for an exhaust system. I want a cool sounding exhaust with the looks of the Brock's. To be honest, if it didn't say Brock's on it, I still would have bought it. But it does say Brock's on it. And what's crazy is the Brock's plate appears to be a real Brock's plate. It is made extremely well, very thick stainless steel, really nice, really nicely built inside. It's a straight through design, just like the Brock's. The packing is nice. The interior of the exhaust looks really nice. But there was a problem. So this is, it didn't fit the Hayabusa correctly. And it should have. The link pipes that they sent made a little too, just a touch too long, a touch, and weren't expanded enough to slip on my factory pipes where they come out under the bike. It wasn't, so I had to stretch those open a little bit, put those on, and then I made a little bracket to bolt to the back of the bike to the to where the rear pegs are. So I had to do a little fabricating. I did contact the seller because they guaranteed that it was, you know, guaranteed fit. And I said it doesn't fit. What I think they did is, I don't think I got the correct link pipes. I think I got them for another bike, because other people's did line up, and then I saw a couple people's Hayabusas and it didn't line up. It didn't fit. There's just no way that this was going to fit the way, no way it was going to fit, because it wouldn't fit over the pipes. My head pipes are factory. So there's that. So anyhow, I messaged them, and I'm going to leave I'll tell you the seller, because I'm going to tell you to stay away from that seller, because they didn't want to do anything to fix that issue. They didn't want to do anything. Basically, they didn't want to acknowledge that it was made wrong, even though I sent them pictures, and I'll put the pictures here how it doesn't even go over. They wouldn't acknowledge that it didn't work. But I did get it to work. I just wanted the correct mid pipes, but they wouldn't send it. Now, that being said, it's a great exhaust. It sounds amazing, and it woke this thing up, which will bring us to another topic here in a minute. Now, I had Yoshimura RS3s on it. Yes, I took off real Yosh RS3s and swapped them out for a knockoff Rox Alien head. Am I sorry that I did that? 100% no. These blow those RS3s out of the water. There's no... I mean, those RS3s weigh just as much as my factory cans would have weighed. They're heavy. These things are light. A lot of weight's gone down. But not only that, a lot of more power is unleashed. And it's not tuned either, but a lot more power is unleashed. And that is fantastic. And I can just imagine once we get these tuned with this pipe, what it's going to be. With the horsepower increase, is you seat of your pants different, right? Feel it right in your ass. It's more torquey, everything. And that's all through the RPM range. And it screams. It is loud and it screams. So that's pretty cool. Now you guys are saying, well, how much is this exhaust? Well, that's the funny part, guys. Even if you had to fabricate your link pipes, your mid pipes, if you had to even go and have them fabricated, say you didn't even get them, you just got the two mufflers, okay? What I paid for this, it's insane. I don't remember exactly what it was, but I'm going to put what it is here on the screen. But right now I'm going to say around 250, 260 bucks shipped versus $2,000. Now keep that in the back of your mind. That's crazy, and it really, it's just insane. It's just insane. Now, do I like Rox exhaust? Oh, I love Rox exhaust. I have nothing against Rox exhaust. I think they make, well, honestly, the best. They're the best. In my opinion, they're the best. And opinions vary, you know, but I believe they make, for a Hayabusa, some of the best exhausts. But I also believe they're overpriced. Now, if I could have got a real Rox exhaust, like this, for, you know, 700 bucks, 800 bucks, I would have. But there's no way I'm paying those prices for an exhaust system. So I took a chance, you know, it's just curiosity, just to show you guys, because I don't think there's any videos on this on YouTube. And I'm really happy that I did, all the way around. It improved the looks of the bike. It improved the performance of the bike. I mean, it's just a great, and people are going, well, come back in a couple of years and tell us how it is. Well, guys, it's working right now and well, and it looks good. It's quality stainless steel and aluminum. If the thing rotted out in 3 years, guess what? I'll buy another one. Are you kidding me? So I could change the exhaust on this just like I could my bearings. When I get my bearings from China, these are amazing. As part of maintenance yearly for that price, I could put new fairings and exhaust on this bike every year for $750 total. That's insane. I can make that part. So, you know what I mean? Bike maintenance is expensive. Oil change is expensive. The oil you run in your bike is expensive. Your yearly maintenance, which people don't do a lot, but I do maintenance quite regularly. I change my oil frequently, so it's expensive for me to change my oil. I'm going to have more oil changes before the season's out than I have in the exhaust. Way more. Plus, I change my plugs every year. All that stuff on my bikes. And usually back tire year. So, yeah. So that I could get a major component like an exhaust system for less than 300 bucks that sounds like this is crazy. The way it's windy today. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think. I mean, it's wow, right? It's just amazing. We'll go a walk around this bike during this video too, so you can really check it out. But it really woke it up. It woke it up. It almost made the bike less fuzzy, believe it or not. Now, usually the exhaust is louder. You're like, well, the bike's more fuzzy. It actually smoothed the engine out, which is fantastic. And it's running even cooler with this exhaust. So I think what we're going to have to do now, I mean, of course, it's an exhaust. I can't tell you it's tuned perfectly because it's obviously not. There's no way it can be. Let's talk about that real quick, too. So when I purchased this bike, it had Yoshimura RS3s on it. They're all dinged up, and that was the real reason why I changed the pipes. They just didn't look good for how good the bike looks. So that's why I did it. Now, the bike was fast. It was fast with the RS3s. I didn't believe it was tuned. I haven't had it wide open yet. I've had it over 170 and backed out of it. I haven't had it wide open. No, I'm not a chicken shit when we run out of roads and there is police around this area. So I got to do things when it's safe and when it's logical to do them. So I don't know if there's a limiter on it. I have no, my butt meter's not telling me whether this thing was tuned or not. Well, however, now that I have put these pipes on, I believe the bike was previously tuned. My sixth sense is telling me that the bike was tuned, but it was not tuned with the RS3s. It was tuned with a totally different pipe. Totally different slip-on system. And why do I say that? Maybe it wasn't. Maybe it was a full system. I don't know. But why do I say that? Well, I say that simply because this RS3 system, one side of the pipe was stainless steel for the pipe, and the other side was black for like the link pipe. So somebody pieced something together there, and which leads me to believe that they've taken off another exhaust. And why would this thing run better without a tune? Because that doesn't happen. I'll read the plugs later on, but judging by the inside of the pipes, it's right. You get a good gauge by the inside of your pipes when you have new pipes on. So far, so good. It starts easy, it runs easy. The only thing I'm going to have to do is just bump the idle up just a touch, because I made my idle drop. It's freer flowing, so the idle drop. So, obviously the ECU needs to be, dialed in exactly for these pipes, but very cool. Holy shit, is it windy. So for $300, I don't think anybody can bitch. I can't bitch. I mean, I did bitch. I bitched at the seller for not sending me, but you got to keep them in check too. It's still money. It's our money, right? It's our money, and we deserve to have what we paid for. Well, they wouldn't do it, but I'm not too butthurt because, well, I got these to work and they look good and nobody would know the difference. Now, I did have some stuff you're going to have to buy if you do it, and say these were all like this. So you're taking a chance, okay? And that's the thing to tell you too. I'm not saying your results will be like mine. They may be better, they may be worse. You're taking a chance. But of course, I had to buy better clamps. I went to actually the tractor store, Tractor Supply, and got some really nice T-bolt clamps. They'd use them on turbos and everything else. Really heavy duty ones to clamp these on. And I feel much more comfortable with those than what they sent, because that's where they skip out on stuff like that. So those are on. I had to get some little stainless brackets that guys don't. I can't tell you how to do your bracket. You can fab one up using what you got. You're going to have to use some ingenuity. I had these little brackets laying around that actually were stainless steel that go to like a magnetic. They hold doors shut and drawers shut. And they were perfect, the perfect size for this. So that worked for me, but I had to go buy some stainless bolts and washers and nuts to put it all together. And honestly, that stuff, by the time I got buying that stuff and the T-bolt clamps, and I was in it for, let's see, 10, 20, $50. $50 in the hardware to install it. So, and you might be paying more because I had some stuff laying around, which is pretty crazy, right? Chilly day, very cool day. It was sun shining when I left, and now it turned shitty. Sounds so good. So I've done more to this thing too. I just put new brake pads on it, and I took off the had EBC pads. I have to put my shield down so I can hear myself think. Because she's so loud. I put EBC pads on it, or I took them off. They looked like fairly newer pads on it, but I was developing that little squeak EBCs are known for. And I went to Suzuki and I wanted to get the factory brake pads, OEM. And I was like, well, how much can they be? Yeah, $53 per side up front. And there were even more for the rear. And I was like, that's not happening. So a buddy of mine says, hey man, have you tried out those cheap eBay Chinese brake pads? And I was like, no, I would never do that. Why would I do that? He goes, I'm telling you, try them. You won't go back. I'm like, what are you talking about? So I was like, I looked at the price. He goes, it's like $18, $19. I'm like, no way. For all of them. I'm like, no way. All right. So I'm the skeptic. I tried them. Put them on. I said, what's the big deal? If I don't like them, I'll take them off, right? Why? And it just had EBC pads and not EBC rotors. So I think these pads are probably closer to like the factory pads, and it just stops the bike well and no brake squeal, which is really cool. And that's another thing. My fans kick on at a very low temperature, which leads me to believe it was tuned. They got the police up here, so I'm kind of taking it easy. You got a little guy wants to play here on his Harley. Stop for the pipes. Yep. She goes. Is it stock? It doesn't make a difference if it's stock. You're not going to win regardless. think it's gonna rain or storm or something. This is crazy wind. Wow, I can't even hear myself think in my helmet. I think the battery on my boom is about to go dead. That is what that is. Okay guys, what do you think? Got a little bit windy out here today, but I think this gives a pretty good rundown of these pipes. You know, a little bit of fitment issues, like I said, but man, they sound really, really good, right? Now, am I endorsing buying these pipes? I don't know. That's totally up to you. You do what floats your boat. I'm very satisfied with these pipes. And I honestly think they look fantastic. I think they look very good, as a matter of fact. And would I do it again? That is the question. Well, yeah, definitely. The bike performs better with these pipes. It does, and that's without a tune right now. So we will get it tuned to these pipes, and like I said, they're very inexpensive. I got them from AliExpress. These may be hit or miss, guys. They might be hit or miss for you. I don't know. I really don't know much about the manufacturing process over there, or if they all come from the same place or whatnot. But I do know that they did a fantastic job with these pipes, and I'm very satisfied. So tell me what you think in the comment section below. Is it worth it? Is it worth the headache to get the flange stretched to make it fit? Is it, I could have cut it a little bit too and actually lined that up, and we might do that in the future too. We may line that up a little bit better and bring them forward, but I wanted to get them mounted. I wanted to see if it was worth it, and yeah, it's got a thumbs up from Revved Up with Mike. Kind of different little video, but I think this might be the first video on the Brock's Performance knockoff exhaust.
Alright guys, thanks for watching Revved Up with Mike. If you could be kind and hit that like button, share, and subscribe. Stay up to date on all these videos, and we'll be checking back in on this exhaust as time progresses. Remember guys, without you, I couldn't be me, and it's rock and roll that makes the world do that spinny thing. Alright guys, peace out, bye.